the Enneagram Type 6, the faithful guardian. Now, Type 6s are faithful, courageous, loyal, dutiful, and committed. They have an internal committee, and these voices chime in from all different directions with contradictory thoughts, possibilities, analysis, worst case scenarios, and questions. So this inner committee continually causes them to second guess themselves, create a lot of self-doubt, and the desire to consult with others or find a trusted source of information that they can follow. But Enneagram 6s are the most courageous on the Enneagram. They are brave because they're constantly facing all of the what ifs and what could be's, things that might want them to back down, run away, stop, and be scared. The inner committee is constantly berating them with all that could go wrong, but they live life, they move forward, and they get things done. Now remember, everything hinges on the 4 core motivations. Enneagram Type 6 core fear is feeling fear itself, being without support, guidance, and security. They fear being blamed and targeted, alone, and physically abandoned. But their core desire is to have security, guidance, and support. Now, their core weakness is anxiety. Now, all Enneagram types can be anxious, but the Type 6s with that inner committee is constantly scanning the horizon to predict and prevent negative outcomes, especially worst case scenarios. With the inner critic constantly chiming in with all the thoughts of what could be, they remain in a constant state of apprehension and worry. But their core longing is to hear and experience you are safe and secure. Now, an overview of the Type 6 is that they are the most reliable, hardworking, dutiful, and steady people out there. They have an amazing sense of humor and an amazing ability to foresee potential problems. They are fiercely loyal to those they are committed to and have an incredible team mindset. They are the kind of people that will hold groups together. But they can also be plagued with a lot of internal fear, uncertainty, and catastrophic thinking. They experience the world as a dangerous place where they must be hypervigilant and scan for what could possibly go wrong, what could possibly threaten them from any angle. They try to manage their anxiety by preemptively running all the worst case scenarios in their mind and plan and predict what could happen and be ready. Their inner committee constantly says, well, what about this? What about that? Did you think of this? Did you plan for that? And they're constantly coming in from different angles, which causes the Type 6 to feel utterly paralyzed. It's extremely hard for them to relax and to trust others because their mind is constantly spinning, trying to figure out what they should do next and to ensure that everything's going to be okay. And so they focus on planning, controlling what's about to happen, and looking for that safety, security, and guidance that they long for. Well, let's talk about how this impacts the Type 6 and their relationships. Now, 6s, like I said, are loyal and committed. They're amazing friends, and they love to look for similar qualities in others. But relationship issues can arise because the 6s will test others to see if the other person is loyal, committed, supportive to them. They can also become suspicious of others' intentions, which causes mistrust and tensions in the relationship. They tend to project their thoughts and feelings onto their partners, thus blaming their partners for things that may not even be true. When they're doing well, 6's communication style is very warm and caring. They're compassionate. They're super witty and funny, and they're great listeners. They love to engage in healthy two-way conversations. But when they're not doing as well, they can be overly reactive, anxious, skeptical, and suspicious. They question and doubt others and themselves. They will either freeze up or vent their anxieties, and they can fluctuate between being dependent on others or rebellious. But as a Type 6 becomes more aware of their inner world, they experience a transformation that brings forth incredible courage. They become acquainted with their inner committee, and they listen without reacting, without agreeing or taking sides with their inner committee. But instead, they learn to trust and have confidence in their own inner knowledge and guidance, no longer relying on outsider sources, trying to find the best advice, the best authority to listen to, the best institution to follow. This is when they start to really listen to the knowledge and the discernment that they have. And they engage in life with gratitude and hope, and then support others with faithfulness and courage, even during hard times. In fact, Enneagram 6s at their best, they are so endearing, friendly, warm, playful, funny, sarcastic, deeply engaging, dependable, and committed. It is at these healthy levels that 6s are self-affirming. They're courageous while trusting themselves and others over their own projections and assumptions and predictions. Now, they are incredible advocates for those that are powerless and fiercely committed to their homes, jobs, communities, and strive to bring stability and security to everyone around them. Well, I hope that you've enjoyed learning about the Type 6 in this introductory video. And the Enneagram is like an onion. And if you'd like to know more about being a Type 6 and having those aha moments, then we highly recommend that you get Exploring You or Enneagram Internal Profile, where both these are self-coaching experiences at your own pace that will fast-track you into helping you to understand your inner world, but also have a path and a plan for how to grow.